Hello, welcome to our first lesson on Chapter 1 in Active Business Tracks. If you do not have the book yet, that's all right. I have put the link for the online version of the first chapter in the description box of this video. If you're ready, let's get started. Unit 1, Consumers. Introduction. So we are on page 7 of the book. First of all, here is some very nice vocabulary which has been translated. It is from the book. However, there is no way for the moment to access this page of the book. So I will send you a copy. So on page 7, you are asked a question. What is Black Friday? I'm pretty sure you are familiar with the concept. So, Black Friday is an informal name for the Friday following Thanksgiving Day in the United States, which is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November, so at the end of the month of November. Many stores offer highly promoted sales on Black Friday and open very early, such as at midnight, or may even start their sales at some time on Thanksgiving. Black Friday has routinely been the busiest shopping day of the year in the United States since 2005. So as you know, Black Friday is a very important day for businesses, especially retailers. For example, clothes retailers like Zara, H&M, etc. They offer very large discounts. And in the United States, people go absolutely crazy for Black Friday. They spend a lot of money. Some physically fight other people for the items that they want. Let's move on. At the bottom of page 7, you can see that there is a video with the little logo Anticipate at Home. So I wanted you to watch this video and to answer the question. Let's watch it together and correct the question.
It's important for me to know where my food comes from because, food is sourced from so many origins from all over the world, really.
There's so much going on in the world right now that's altering our food, from simple things that happen in manufacturing to how food is grown. So that's really vital to me.
Well, it's absolutely important for me to know where my food comes from my family and I, so we know what's in the product. We know if there's any gluten, or if there's any dairy, or if there's any sugar, and we can know how that's going to make us feel, so it's very important for us to know what's in that product.
The question for this video is, what information do consumers want when they buy food? Let's watch the video again and answer the question.
It's important for me to know where my food comes from because, food is sourced from so many origins from all over the world, really.
There's so much going on in the world right now that's altering our food, from simple things that happen in manufacturing to how food is grown. So that's really vital to me.
Well, it's absolutely important for me to know where my food comes from my family and I, so we know what's in the product. We know if there's any gluten, or if there's any dairy, or if there's any sugar, and we can know how that's going to make us feel, so it's very important for us to know what's in that product.
All right. So what information do consumers want when they buy food? When they buy food, consumers want to know about where their food comes from. That means the provenance of their food. So where their food comes from, what is used to grow the food, fertilizers, GMOs des OGM. What ingredients are used in manufacturing, for example, dairy, gluten, sugar, etc. They want to be able to choose the best product for them. They want to be able to choose the best products for them. Let's move on to starters. Starters can be found on page 8 and page 9. Here are the pages. As you can see, we have 4 documents. Today, we'll be correcting your answers on document 1, document 2, document 3, but we are leaving out document 4 as you cannot have access to the file from a distance. So let's move on to document 1. Let's read the text and answer the questions. Document 1, the science of shopping, the way the brain buys. Retailers are making breakthroughs in understanding their customers' minds. Here's what they know about you. This is adapted from The Economist, the issue of December 18th, 2008. So it's quite an old document. Shoppers already know that everyday items like milk are invariably placed towards the back of a store to provide more opportunity to tempt customers. This way, pharmacies are generally at the rear, even in convenience stores. But supermarkets know shoppers know this, so they use other tricks, like placing popular items halfway along a section so that people have to walk all along the aisle looking for them. The idea is to boost dwell time, the length of time people spend in a store. So question 1, identify the document. Question 2, how do supermarkets appeal to customers? Make a list of the strategies they use. So identify the document. The document is an excerpt, un extrait. The document is an excerpt from an article from The Economist that was published on December 18th, 2008 or 2008. How do supermarkets appeal to customers? Make a list of the strategies they use. Supermarkets appeal to customers by making sure that customers will be attracted by products that were not on their shopping lists. To entice shoppers to buy more, supermarkets hope that shoppers who have to walk to the very back of the store to get their everyday products like milk will see products that they are curious about and buy them. In the storefront, there are new products that supermarkets hope will be bought on impulse. Impulse buying is the buying of goods without planning to do so in advance, as a result of a sudden whim or impulse. Supermarkets want customers to browse in the store, to take their time so as to spend more. The more time they spend in the store, the more money customers are likely to spend. The more time they spend in store, the more money consumers are likely to spend. Let's translate the answer to question 2. Les supermarchés attirent les clients, les consommateurs, en s'assurant que les consommateurs seront attirés par des produits qu'ils n'étaient pas sur leur liste de courses. Pour encourager, pour pousser l'acheteur à acheter plus, les supermarchés espèrent que les acheteurs qui doivent marcher jusqu'au fond, genre vraiment jusqu'au fond du magasin pour obtenir leurs produits du quotidien comme le lait, vont voir des produits qui les rendent curieux et les acheter. Au devant du magasin, à l'entrée du magasin, il y a les nouveaux produits que le supermarché ou que les supermarchés espèrent seront achetés sur une impulsion, de manière impulsive. L'achat impulsif, c'est l'achat de biens sans avoir prévu de le faire à l'avance. C'est le résultat d'une impulsion ou d'un désir soudain. Les supermarchés veulent que les consommateurs browse, c'est-à-dire qu'ils regardent un peu dans le magasin, qu'ils prennent leur temps de façon à dépenser plus. Plus ils passent de temps en magasin, plus les consommateurs sont susceptibles de dépenser de l'argent. Et surtout, plus d'argent. Let's move on now to document 2, which is not a text, it is a photograph. So document 2, Amazon Go. Identify the document. The document is a picture or a photograph of an Amazon Go store. What sort of place is this? It is a place where you buy and pay thanks to an app on your smartphone. It means that you only need to scan the products before leaving the store. The shopper needn't stand in line to pay at the till or at checkout. In French, donc c'est un endroit où vous achetez et vous payez grâce à une application sur votre smartphone. Ça veut dire que vous n'êtes obligé que de scanner le produit avant de partir du magasin. L'acheteur n'a pas besoin de faire la queue pour payer à la caisse. Which company does it belong to? The store belongs to the American online retailer Amazon. Donc le magasin appartient au retailer, donc au vendeur au détail, au magasin en ligne américain Amazon. What are the people doing? The people are queuing to get into the store as the store has not opened yet, or has not yet opened. They are queuing. We have seen an equivalent to they are queuing in question 2. So we can say the people are queuing or people are standing in line. You choose whichever one you prefer. Number 5, why is it unusual? Well, you probably know Amazon. Amazon is an online retailer. So Amazon is not known for having its own stores. They are an online retailer, not a physical retailer. This is unusual. Let's move on to document 3, which is on page 9. So document 3, we can see that we have bright colors. This is a pie chart on consumption patterns in the EU. You remember the EU is the European Union. So this is not about America, this is about Europe. So let's answer the questions. Question 1, identify the document. It is a pie chart published by an EU office in 2017. Why is it called a pie chart? What is the equivalent in French? Well, it is called a pie chart because it looks like an apple pie or like a pie. A pie, une tarte. In French, we say un camembert. And you see, it is very cultural. What do Europeans spend more money on? Europeans spend most on food and non-alcoholic beverages. So you can see that's 16%. How much in percentage do they spend on clothing? Europeans spend 6% of their income on clothing. Income, un revenu. On transport, Europeans spend 15% of their income on transport. What percentage of their spending goes to education and health? So education, you can see, is 1%. Health is 4%. What did I say, 5 then? Sorry, that's 5. Education and health account for 5%, 5% altogether, which is much less than in the US, where going to university or the doctor is extremely dear. Dear means expensive. So if you add education plus health, so 1% plus 4%, that's 5%, not 6, 5%. So account for 5% altogether. L'éducation et la santé comptent pour 5% au total, ensemble, which is much less than in the US. And finally, how can you explain this? Why is it just 5% for education and health? Well, in Europe, we have free education and social security. Europeans have tuition-free universities. Tuition-free universities means in university, you don't pay money, or you pay just a little bit of money for your education. Yes, you pay money on housing, on food, etc., but the education at university is very, very cheap. So tuition free is sans frais d'inscription, ou avec très peu de frais d'inscription. So we have tuition-free universities and social security, la sécurité sociale, that pays for medicine and medical treatment. What do these documents have in common? We have seen 3 documents. What do they have in common? Well, these documents are about our shopping habits, which have changed thanks to new technologies. For example, you have seen document 2 with Amazon. It is also about how retailers try to entice shoppers to buy more, either by inventing new types of stores, like in document 2, or by tweaking the layout of existing ones in document 1. It is, however, clear that shopping habits and consumption patterns, patterns, P-A-T-T-E-R-N-S, my bad. Consumption patterns depend on the country or region of the world where the consumer lives, as in document 2 and document 3, as they may not have the same priorities on where they can spend their money and what they spend it on. So just to translate a little bit. Donc, ces documents portent sur nos habitudes de shopping qui ont changé grâce aux nouvelles technologies. Ces documents sont aussi, parlent aussi de comment les supermarchés, les vendeurs essayent de pousser les acheteurs à acheter plus, soit en inventant des nouveaux types de magasins, c'était le document 2, soit en modifiant, en changeant un petit peu la façon dont sont organisés les magasins existants, la façon dont ils sont disposés. Il est cependant clair que les habitudes de shopping et les habitudes de consommation dépendent du pays ou de la région du monde dans laquelle le consommateur se trouve, dans laquelle il vit. Car les consommateurs ne peuvent ne pas avoir les mêmes priorités concernant où ils dépensent l'argent, c'est-à-dire dans quel type de magasin, et ce, pourquoi ils le dépensent. Est-ce que c'est plutôt la nourriture, le logement, les vêtements, l'éducation, la santé, etc. This is the end for today's video. I hope these documents interested you. I hope correcting this in video helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message or an email. I will be happy to respond. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye!